Hey, sports fans out there. It is Wednesday, July 29th. And you know what that means? It's time for the Sports Executioner Football Handicapping Show. We are here with my partners, Magic Mike and Savy Sarah. And we're here to give you some information on college football, on the NFL, on getting DUIs, on maybe making some money. So those are 4 good topics. Stick around. This show is going to be awesome. We're gonna cover a couple of things this week that are going to light your eyeballs. I really love what we're doing this week. You know why? Because we're getting close to football. Next Thursday. I know it's a preseason game. I know people think, oh, it's preseason. You know how many people are going to watch that game next week? A lot of people. Millions and millions of you fans out there are going to turn in next week when the Arizona Cardinals play the Carolina Panthers at 5 p.m. Pacific time, which is a really good time to watch football. I'm sorry for you, those on the East Coast, and those of you in Europe, it really sucks because it's like, 2 a.m. But next week, we have a game.
We have a game.
And you know what? We have made a lot of money in preseason football on this team.
Have we?
Oh, yeah. Because there's one little magic little bullet, which Michael's going to reveal. Michael's in charge of the edge, which gives you a tip a week. But I will tell you, one of the things he's going to tell you today is a quick idea on how to handicap a preseason football game. A lot of professional bettors. Oh, you can't bet preseason. Yeah, you can, and you can make good money.
Oh.
We kicked off last year's season when the Chargers were playing the Cleveland Browns, and we were all over the Chargers. We made a lot of money for our fans and for ourselves.
Indeed.
It was an easy one, really easy. And next week, that game is going to be an easy one as well. Okay, so listen, I'm Jurgy Man. I do a lot of the college stuff, as you guys know. And I've been on this theme the last few weeks, which is, I think, a good theme. I've been on this theme about not just talking about the Big Ten and the SEC and the Big 12 and the AACC. I've been talking about smaller conferences because that's where we get an edge. See, I like to use that word edge. We use edge a lot in our show. Okay, we have an edge show. This is edge. Okay, so what I've got this week is a couple of conferences. Again, I would call them the forgotten children of college football. But you know what? Doesn't matter if you're betting Kennesaw State or Ohio State. If we give you a win, that's what matters, right? That's what we're about. We are about winning. Okay. Now, you may have trouble watching Kennesaw State play, but you can't actually, you know what? I got to tell both of you, and I don't know if a lot of you know this, but ESPN Sports on the ESPN Plus channel, which is a subscription service, they have all these games on almost every week. There's not a game you can miss in Division I football. And in fact, they have some Division II games, but it's streamed. So you're going to pull up on your computer or on your TV. But ESPN Plus will have a lot of these games that we're going to have money on. So keep that in mind. Don't just think, oh, it's Jackson State is playing somebody we're not going to see again. Yeah, you can find it on ESPN Plus. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit. Let's talk about the first conference I want to talk about is CUSA.
We're 2 of the best looking dudes
If it's coming from one
out
good
there.
looking guy
Why?
to another,
Because
Robert.
we win. We win at handicapping. That's why we're great. He's rich. That's why he's beautiful. There you go.
Okay. So let's swing. Anyway, they're engaged, and I don't know. Would that be a superstar wedding or
Nah.
no? But medium size, medium.
B plus.
Yeah.
Could we get in?
They'll probably do destination.
Yeah, destination. Anyway, well, good for him. They've been dating for like a year or something.
I had no idea they were even together, so that shows
Okay.
my knowledge.
So, Mid-America Conference. It is another college preview on a conference that most of you know very little about. I know you know a lot about the SEC out there. You know the Big 12. You know all these teams. But the Mid-America Conference. The teams are Western Michigan, Miami, Toledo, Ohio. Central Michigan University, Buffalo, Akron, Kent State, and Eastern Michigan, Ball State, and Bowling Green University, and NIU, and UMass. These are the teams. Now, last year, at the top of the conference was Western Michigan University, and they are going to be the team to beat this year. Again.
Really?
The team that did not so well, they were 0-12.
Yeah,
UMass.
that's not so good.
No, UMass, and it's tough.
They're playing Rutgers on September 3rd.
Yeah, I think I'd take Rutgers in that game.
Minus 30.5. They have to win by 31 points. 80% of the Sharps are all over that.
Yeah.
So the Sharps are professional bettors.
We're going to be taking a look at that. Anyway, the teams that we see kind of ranking return production, Eastern Michigan University, Western Michigan University. So the projections. I got two teams at the top. Miami of Ohio. We always have to say Miami, Ohio, because there's another Miami, And then they happened to play for the national title last year and got their butts beat by Indiana. And Western Michigan University are the two top teams. Toledo's right there, Buffalo, Central Michigan, and then Bowling Green. So that's what that conference looks like. I think we can make a lot of money on these games, as I tell people week in and week out. So you get our sports executioner picks every week around between 3 and 4 p.m. on a Friday, Pacific time. They come right into your inbox, and we tell you each game, why we like them, and occasionally we have a hatchet play.
What's that?
Our hatchet play. Hatchet play is our top play.
Ah.
So we are the sports executioner, hatchet play. So if we release a hatchet play, that means we are all over it. That's a 3x bet versus a 1x bet.
That means
so you best listen.
We know if the quarterback's on coke. We know if his girlfriend's knocked up, et cetera, et cetera. We know all these things. There's really nothing.
Do we know all that?
There's really nothing we don't know about.
Don't forget to share that stuff with me. That's interesting stuff.
In a game that we're handicapped.
That's what we want to know.
I didn't know we knew all that stuff, but that's great. Okay. So that is a good wrap up on Conference USA and on the Mid-America Conference, and we're going to make money on both of those conferences this year. I think we're going to go back to Magic Mike. He wants to talk a little bit about NFL, and we're going to go to our favorite segment, The Edge.
The Edge. Yeah, so we're going to talk about a lot of cool things next week, okay? Things that I look at, like success rate. Does anyone know what that means?
How much success you have, I assume?
Yeah,
success rate means what's the percentage of the time on first down they get 5 yards, second down they get 3, third down they get 2. That's all that means, right? So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at net yards per play, efficiency per attempt, pass rate over expected, closing line value, market consensus percentage, and a whole host of things.
So we're going to put our viewers to sleep.
No, we're very much going to entertain.
No, well,
this is all the against the spread records for last year, for at home, away, etc. Right? We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about why the Patriots are actually one of the best teams in the league, right?
We're going
to look at travel, strength of schedule, and rest edge. So that's coming up on next week's show. Now, I just want to segue into something that's cool because it's.
I love that red and green graph you have there. It's really cool.
It is cool. A friend of mine.
Is that anything that we got to look at?
Yeah, that's the rest advantage.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that next
cool.
week. But yeah, we got the Hall of Fame game coming up, right?
Yep.
So I think that's cool. We've got a lean on that guy right now. The line is even. Over under is also 35.5. So we got a lean on that, which I'll let Jurgy say at the end here, right?
Yeah.
I'm leaning over though. I think we're going to see some quarterback play coming out of Arizona, so I think that's going to be fun. But the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, where it all started in Canton, Ohio. So we've got some inductees into the Hall of Fame, so it's always fun to just kind of bring that up, right?
Sure.
So Drew Brees, right? First year of eligibility, he's in, guys.
Wow.
That was a pretty easy one. That was a natural.
Led the NFL in passes completed and percentages of passes completed, right? Came out of the 83 draft. He had in year 3 of his career, first player to surpass 1,000. Excuse me, I went to Roger Craig. My bad. Career regular season stats include almost 81,000 yards passing and 571 passing TDs, which are number 2 in NFL history. Okay. So that's Drew Brees. So that's pretty cool. And does anyone know a strange fact about Drew Brees?
Well, I know he has a mark on his face that everybody asked about, but
that's true.
I used to play for the Chargers, and we got rid of him. We didn't think he was any good, and he went on and became a Hall of Fame quarterback in New Orleans, so I hate him.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can get a virus from football, but starting his freshman year in high school, he licks his hands before every snap, right? So pretty interesting fact about Drew Brees. We also have another player that made it in. I'm very proud to say this because this was my team that I have since recused because now I don't bet teams, I bet winners. But Roger Craig in the Hall of Fame after 28 years of waiting.
Yeah, he probably deserved it. Yeah,
So I think so. Then first year Larry Fitzgerald.
Oh,
Spent his whole career with Arizona.
Yep.
yeah.
Right? So pretty cool.
Yep.
So he's in. He led the NFL in receiving touchdowns twice, 2008 and 9. He's got 1,432 receptions, 17,492 yards, and both also are second in NFL history.
Okay.
So I thought that was cool. And then we have one that I really like is Adam Vinatieri. Right? We've got a kicker.
Yeah,
Right?
kicker. He's a
Oh,
great
wow.
kicker.
That's
Won
fair.
4 Super Bowls, holds the NFL record for career points, 2,673. In all of his seasons playing, he never had one game under 100 or one season under 100 points scored.
Wow.
So pretty awesome, guys.
Well deserved.
44 consecutive field goals made. He's made just shy of 600 field goals. And so pretty awesome. So good for those guys.
So
Yeah,
the Hall of
for
Fame
sure.
game is Thursday night, and then the Hall of Fame is Saturday, and everybody will be inducted, and they have their speeches and stuff, and they're usually pretty good. It's good theater.
So
to watch that.
So who do we like in that game, Jurgy?
Okay, well, so listen, there's just kind of a simple little formula you can use. I mean, there's several things you want to look at, but you don't let the bank roll out on a preseason game.
Mm-mm.
But you can take advantage of a couple of things. If you have a team that happens to have 2 or 3 quarterbacks who are trying to push their way into second or third position, because if they're fourth or fifth, they're going to be knocked out. And you have the sheet. I handed it to you. Let me have the.
Where did they put it? Oh my goodness.
But
Mess.
you have the quarterback play that we pay attention to. So on the Arizona Cardinals, they have Jacoby Brissett, who has been a starter in this league, and he's 11 years in the league.
Oh.
And then the other backup quarterback who's trying to fight for a position is Gardner Minshew. He's been 8 years in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to play. And those two guys are trying to become a starter on the team. And then you have Kevin Slovis, who's 2 years in the league, and he came from Arizona. So those 3 guys, and then a 4th guy, Carson Beck, who's trying to make the team. He came from Miami of Florida, and he's going to be trying to make the team. So you're going to see some action from Brissett, Minshew, and Slovis. These 3 guys are going to be fighting it out, and they're going to throw the ball down the field. Now, conversely, over on the Carolina side, you got 6 quarterbacks. Now, what does that mean? 3 guys are gone. They're not even. They got a guy named Ethan Garbers. He played for UCLA. He's no good. He's not going to get any time. King Hayes from Georgia Tech. He's 6'2", quarterback, rookie. He's not going to get any time. Bryce Young is not going to start because he's a starter. He's not going to play next week.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So now you're down to one guy, Kenny Pickett, who's been bossled around. He's now over at Carolina. He's going to get some time. And Bryce Perkins, who is very average quarterback from Virginia, and Jake Plummer, who's been 1 year out of Louisville. So those 3 guys, you're going to see them playing some time. But those 3 guys do not stack up to Minshew, Brissett, and Slovis. And so I see that as a quarterback advantage to Arizona in that Hall of Fame game.
And right now it's a pick, guys. So it's essentially a money line bet for usually money lines like minus, whatever, 145, 160 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's basically a straight line bet. So it's just a pick 'em.
Win or lose.
And Arizona's they're gonna be playing hard for Larry Fitzgerald. And I like the over in that one as well.
That's good. So by the way, and that's another good point, because last year it was the Chargers playing hard to win the game because they were inducting Bill Gates. So listen, I wanted to go to Sarah for a minute.
What's up?
Savvy Sarah is on this show because she has been a football fan for a lot of years, particularly the NFL. And I thought she would just tell us a little bit how you got interested in football.
Yeah. It's pretty much my entire life. My dad grew up in Kansas City, so go Chiefs. My brother did try to have me as a Raiders fan for a few years, but I wised up and went back to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And yeah, football Sunday is our day.
Okay.
My mom makes bean dip every single Sunday.
Okay.
We have a bunch of snacks, and doesn't matter who's playing, even if our favorite teams aren't, we're just gathering in the living room and watching
Sunday.
all day long. Sometimes have multiple TVs across the house, depending on who wants to watch it.
Whose jersey are you wearing?
Who's what?
Jersey.
Ooh.
Who's you wearing? Patrick
Well,
Mahomes?
she said they're Chiefs.
Travis
So
Kelce?
my dad, he told us that we're bad luck for jerseys and we curse the player. So the one time I wore a jersey, we were fine. It was Kelsey. He's good. But we're very careful with not wearing jerseys or specific names because apparently we're cursed.
I like it. I like it.
So do us a favor this year. Do all day Sunday NFL. Weave in a little bit of college on Saturday. So just so you know, I know that you know you're out there. College, I'll give you some games to watch.
All right.
Okay, so listen,
try.
that was great. So Savvy Sarah is going to be a regular on the show. We're excited to have her. Magic Mike, thank you. And I just wanted to kind of wrap up by just encouraging people, all of you. The reason we do this show, the reason we're out here, is we're encouraging you to sign up to sportsexecutioner.com for our season. Listen, we had people last year, they started with $1,200. They cashed out $37,000. All they did was take their picks. Whether you're a guy or girl, if you can use some extra money, put $500 in a betting account. If you're in one of these crazy states that doesn't allow sports betting, which is only now 11, 39 states now allow sports betting. So there's only 11 states. If you're in one of those 11 states, go to bevita.com or BetUS or one of these onshore books. Put $500 in. Make our bets, bet $100 a week on each game, $50 a week, 25. I don't care what you start with, but we will build you a bankroll that you will be proud of. Okay.
Indeed.
And you'll be able to have some much money. And if you're going to watch the games anyway, you might as well have some money on it. Make some fun.
Yeah. As well.
That's what we do. Okay. With that, this is Jurgy Man, Magic Mike, Savvy Sarah. This is the Sports Executioner Football Handicapping Show for this week, Wednesday, the 29th of July, and we'll see you next week.
All right, toodles.
Sports Execution!